Setting up cue points helps us to navigate to different parts of the song very quickly. When we're looking at our tune, where are we? I don't know where I am in the song. Wouldn't it be great if there was a way for me to create a little marker to remind myself, this is the intro, this is the build, this is the drop? Well, my friend, you have come to the right place, because we're going to learn to set up cue points. All right, let's set up our first cue point at the start of the track. This cue will help us jump to the beginning anytime we need to. Boom. There's our first cue point. And then let's set up a cue point when the verse comes in. And now I'm going to set up a cue point at the drop.
Make the ground shake.
So I'm going to skip ahead, find the breakdown. If you make a mistake in setting up a cue point, you can delete it and replace it. Let's watch that back in slow motion. Pioneer controllers have a shift button that allow you to delete a cue when pressed down with the cue. Fixed. In this demonstration, I'm setting up cue points at the important phrases of the song. I personally tend to only set up cue points at the parts that I know I'm going to fade in and out, but it is ultimately up to you to set up a system that makes sense to you. And I also want to encourage all of y'all out there to create a color coding combination that you can do in Rekordbox, which I really enjoy that, because when it's just a bunch of green buttons, sometimes it's easy to forget what each one is for. So in order to remember, you can right click on a cue point and select a color. In this case, yellow is my play cue, blue is my drop cue, pink is my fade out cue, and then red is my cut out cue. So if you look at this,
oh, look at that.
Visually, when you're at a club and everything's overstimulating because it's loud and there are a bunch of people screaming and yelling at each other, this helps me out a lot. And now, let's have a demo. So I have already set up some cue points on deck 2. As you can see, cue A is yellow, and that will be my start cue, and cue C is the drop. And cue G on deck 1 is pink, so all I have to do is push play on deck 2's yellow cue when deck 1's pink cue crosses the playhead. So it is best to place the cue points at the varying phrases of the song: intro, verse, chorus, drop, breakdown, outro, etc. And we will cover more of that in our mixing in phrase video. The main takeaway is to ultimately just create a cue point system that makes sense to you.